This is the video for the main program of the Showmatrix game. The first line says if task is equal to 0, go to AA. The task is equal to 0 when the program starts, so it has to go to AA to initialize the game. Well, next it says put the absolute value of game number into game number and branch if the game number is equal to the was game number to AC. Well, that would mean that this game had been running already, so it doesn't need to be initialized. But if it does have to be initialized, it comes down here, sets the was game number to the game number, sets task to 1, and then uses the stat action to set up a sequence of notes for the blue box. And then it does a call to routine 100, which is subprogram 1, tab 0, to initialize the game, and then it exits. Well, if the game had already been initialized, it will go down here to AC, where it says put note 1 into the blue note box. Then it has a couple lines that have to do with the YouTube videos. We skip those. And then we see 3 calls, all to subprogram 1, but tab 1, then tab 2, and then tab 3. Then it sets the font to 422, which is bold, 22 points, color to 400, which is a dark red, sets the XY values to 1125, and puts the text game number on the screen. Then it adds 20 to the X position, and then says box the number, game number in that box. Well, we'll execute the program, and here's where it was. It put game number here, and then ask you to put the game number in that box. Now I've highlighted the rest of the instructions in the main program. It sets X to 200, Y to 5, tall Y to 18240, sets the color to a light blue, 48, and says draw the rectangle, but then box it and say it's click number 2. Then it changes X and Y by a little bit, sets the font to bold 13, color to 990, which is yellow, and then says put toggle the answer on off in that box. Then check to see if they clicked on it, because we numbered it box number 2. If they clicked on it, it'll do this down here. It'll show the answer, add 1 to it, mod it with 2, which means it's going to be a 0 or 1, which means don't show the answer or do show the answer. It toggles it on and off. In either case, it comes down here to AE. And here it checks to see if you have the right answer. If any one of these 4 is wrong, it's going to go to AG, and it's not going to say that they matched. In other words, the T row jump, if it's not equal to jump X per row, it's going to go to AG. The T column's not equal to the column count, or the T rows is not equal to the row count, or the T offset is not equal to the starting offset. Well, if they are all equal, then it does a tick for T 14. It's modding the time of the clock by 14, so this value is going to go from 0 to 13, 0 to 13, as the program cycles. Well, if the T is less than or equal to 7, it's also going to AG and not showing it. But if it is not less than or equal, it's going to set X to 300, Y to 175, color to 400, the dark red. Then it's going to do the font to 428 points, which is fairly large. And then it's going to text they. Then it's going to add a little to the Y position and text match. Well, let's go see what it says. This is what it would do. It would say they match. And the other thing is toggling the answer on and off. You can see the red box with the answers in it being toggled on and off. Well, this is the end of the video for the main program of Showmatrix.